Breaking news on RT International. 3 people have been killed and 44 injured by the second rebel shelling in 24 hours of residential areas in government-held parts of Syria's Aleppo. In the US Electoral College, voters who will officially elect in Donald Trump in mid-December are facing pressure and even death threats to change their votes.
Death threats, death wishes, and just generally angry messages from people who can't accept the results of the election.
And there's no question that Russia has a very robust system of putting out fake news and other types of propaganda.
American mainstream media cling to accusations of Russia interfering in the U.S. election through what they call fake news, despite sources revealed to be shady at best. While the House of Representatives moves closer to ban any military cooperation with Russia, further threatening Washington's relations with Moscow. You're watching RT International live from Moscow. I'm Marina Joshi. We begin with breaking news from Aleppo, Syria, where extremists from the eastern part of the city have once again shelled government-held areas, killing at least 3 people and injuring 44. And it's the second deadly attack on residential areas of the city in the past 24 hours. RT's Lisa Phelan has visited some of the hospitals where the wounded were being treated from the previous shelling. Here's a warning: you may find parts of her report distressing.
There's been relentless shelling from morning to evening today on government-held parts of West Aleppo. We've been speaking to doctors in both public hospitals. The figures that we have so far are 5 killed and as many as 33 injured. In this hospital alone, the Al-Razi hospital in Aleppo, 18 injured people have been brought in. 16 of those came from a school-turned-refugee shelter that was hit. In that room right now is a 5-year-old boy called who's fighting for his life. He's suffering from severe brain injuries as a result of that shelling.
I will operate this, prepare this case to operate, to repair the skull, the brain, and to stop the bleeding from the brain.
And what are his chances of survival?
I don't know now, because this her heart is stopped 2 times. We don't know. After 5 days we will know about this case.
Rebels fiercely trying to fight back as Syrian army advances in East Aleppo continue, but so far the counter-offensive is having little impact on stopping that advance. It's only contributing to a rising civilian death toll here in West Aleppo.
Meanwhile, in light of the latest developments in Aleppo, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry met Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov during a summit in Rome.
He was giving a reception.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Is the Syria diplomacy still alive?
Thank you. Thank you.
All diplomacy is still alive.
Thank you.
And perhaps proving that diplomacy is still alive, some significant progress has apparently been made in negotiations over the situation in Aleppo, according to Russia's foreign minister.
До вчерашнего дня.
Until yesterday, it was all about the American side urging terms that would once again allow Jabhat al-Nusra, which still runs the militants in the remaining non-liberated parts of eastern Aleppo, to be moved out from any danger or even criticism. However, yesterday during the meeting in Rome, John Kerry handed over the American proposals that go in line with the approaches that have for a long time been defended by our experts in talks with the US.
One of Russia's key positions has been the withdrawal of militants from eastern Aleppo to allow safe humanitarian access for local residents. Sergei Lavrov added that all necessary steps should be taken to return Aleppo to as normal a life as possible. He said that Moscow is ready to negotiate these steps with other Western countries as long as they result in concrete measures. Catherine Shekdam, director of programs at the Shafakna Institute of Middle Eastern Studies, says this is Washington's attempt to save face ahead of the Obama administration leaving office.
Well, I found this very interesting. I mean, the timing of it all is very, very interesting. And if anything, I think that the US here, and especially the Obama administration, is looking for a way out. It did, in fact, was instrumental in the rising of this terror, that in fact it was US weapon and Western support which allowed for this situation to take place in the first place. Terrorism was empowered. Those weapons didn't get there by themselves. Someone had to ship them over to Syria and actually train those militants that the US insists on calling rebels. I think that whatever lies or propaganda was weaved for the past years are really crumbling today, and so the US is looking for a way out, pretending again to want peace, to want democracy, and to be trying to fight for the greater good, which we know it's not. But at the end of the day, I think that Russia has to engage anyway.